Hello, Jamie. My name is Sean Everett. I am the website analysis expert at Zucor Marketing in San Antonio. And thank you for talking with Eric. He sent your website on to me for analysis. And boy, do I have a lot of comments. Now, you are an interiors and design company, so design should be part of what your website is. And currently, your website does not look well designed. And one of the reasons, for instance, is, well, the menu links don't seem to go anywhere. For instance, if I click design, I can see that it is loading design up there, and then I get the same thing. Here, I'm going to click design, and I can see that it loaded. I'll do services now. I can see that it loaded and it hasn't changed one bit. And that's because this whole area here is what's called a header. And it is very large and it is all centered. So there is not really much room. Now, I don't know if this is something that you want always to be at the top. If that's the case, that's fine if have it in your header. But this should be somewhat smaller. It should be over here. And this should be moved way up because you want people to know that when they click on something, they're actually getting something different. Now, I did discover, of course, that the pages do change below, but even below, there are some issues. And if design, for instance, design, that's the one. If I click interiors, I can see pages from the catalogs that you guys use for sourcing things. And they load up nice, but they don't really tell me anything about you. They tell me about the products that you bring around, and that's something you could have a link to their catalogs. You could do that just fine. But design, here's the one that is really a bugaboo for me. This is previous projects in motion, and I have fairly fast internet, and I have not been able to bring up anything here. Now, also, Inland Interiors Design and Remodeling is hosted by WordPress. I can see that because of what this says up there. So what the URL that you gave me, inlandinteriorsanddesign.com, brings me to this, which is confusing, and it doesn't show me anything other than anything that's done by WordPress. I have a feeling that somebody in your company may be responsible for the website, and they may have other design abilities, but the internet web pages is not one of them. Now, I'm sorry to be so blunt about a lot of this, but I have something that I need to tell you about, and that is this. I have a tool that helps me determine what is going on with your site, and it gives me the metrics of your site, how it's been performing over the last couple of months. Now, the next thing I do is I go and do a regular old Google search for Spokane interiors and design, and what I don't find near the top is you. And one of the reasons I do that is because Google is responsible for 96% of the traffic on the internet. Now, that just means that they're a company that you have to play ball with. You have to figure out what they want in order to get up in the top of the results, because some guy with a mouse and a Twinkie in the other hand is not going to be scrolling down that far. And when I have scrolled down, I have not been able to find you. And that's not good for you. You need to be up near the top. Now, here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to describe how Google works by showing you this search page. And I'm also going to show you that these folks here at 509 Design are beating you in the online world. They are getting more customers than you are as a result of what they have. Now, one of the things that I want to let you know is that Google loves content, and that's one of the things that counts for a lot. Now, I'm going to do something here. I'm going to copy and paste your home page here into this word counter, and as you can see, it's only 149 words. Now I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to copy and paste. And what you'll likely see is that they have more words than you do. Now, that might not seem like something original or anything, but I have to remind you that Google does not search for content in any intelligent sort of way. They don't look for a site to see who has the better business bureau or more customer satisfaction. What they're looking for is a site that their search customers will go to and be satisfied with. And in a word count, that's the only thing that they have to go by to determine whether or not somebody actually has put the time and effort into a site in order to make it fully realized and fully informative for their search customers. So they want to send their search customers to a site that has a lot of content. Now, as you can see here, they are number one in the organic area here, 509 Design. But I'm going to back up a little. I'm going to show you something else. Now, up at the top here, we have what we call the map pack. And these folks have done something that the folks down here have not done, and that is they have filled out a Google business profile. Now, I don't know if you have done that yet, but that is something that you should do. Because it sort of brings you into the Google fold. Now, if you have done it and you're not up here, it may mean that you have not done it well enough or precisely enough or thoroughly enough. And being a computer company, they want all those three things: precision, thoroughness, and precision. Anyway, here is the advantage of being up near the top, is that they're the first things that you see in a Google search. Now, this map pack, though, isn't sort of the end-all be-all, because people are often confused by why are these three companies singled out. So for a lot of people, everything begins right here in what we call the organic search results. Now, the organic search results and these up here in the map pack are all determined, the order of them, by the Google business algorithm. Now, the algorithm looks for sites online. It searches through yours and your competitors' sites because it knows what comes up when somebody does a search like this. And it takes all of those sites and it puts them together and compares them. So they have more words than you. So they're up near the top. Now, here's the other things that they also have more than you of. I'm going to talk first about keywords. Keywords are words that belong in your industry. They belong, Google expects you to have them. And that's one of the way that the word count needs to increase. They say you have 3 keywords here, this paid tool that I have. And 509 Design has 294. Now, I can very simply show you what those keywords are, and you'll see that there are a bunch of tiny little phrases, really. Interior Design Spokane, Spokane Interior Design. Now, these Spokane Interior Designers, you can see that these 4 look very, very similar. And the reason is that the Google algorithm has absolutely no intelligence. It does not know how to reason. It does not know that these are all the same search. It just knows that these searches exist amongst you and your competitors in these orders. So it does make them different searches according to the algorithm. Now, there's other things down here. They tend to be about your area or about the work that you do. I don't know why cloth blanket is there. Maybe you do. Maybe it's a design thing. 1910 decor, I don't get. Galvanized trays, I don't get. But there's a lot of, I can see they have like little elements of design, like a cast iron cat or glass cylinders for candles. So these are all, I guess, little phrases from your world. I don't know what they mean because it's not my world. But you can see that there's a bunch of different things that people are interested in and that they search for when they're looking for somebody to help design. Now, they have another 13 pages of these things. I don't know why J.C. Penney is in there. They're not even around anymore, are they? No. Anyway, so there's another 13 pages. I can add those to your site. If they're good enough for them, they're good enough for you. Now, the next thing I have to tell you about is backlinks. Backlinks is where your site appears on somebody else's site. In other words, if you are on, say, Yelp, there is a link from Yelp to your site. That is a link back to you, a backlink. Now, what's most important is the referring domains. You currently have 9 referring domains. There are 9 other sites that refer to your site. Now, as far as the algorithm is concerned, more referring domains is better because they figure that's one way to vet the site for their search customers. The more people that go to a site, they want to send their customers to, because they know that a bunch of people, if they've already gone there, that means that they've been satisfied or sent there in some respect. So that means that their search customers are good to go there too. Now, that's what happens with 509 Design. They have 43 referring domains to your 9. That's not a lot to catch up to. I'm going to show you what sites they're on, and I can think of a whole bunch of others that they are not on that you could be on. I don't know what Vercel.app is, but Redfin obviously is the real estate thing. Expertise.com is a bunch of companies that have expertise in various things. Porch.com. I don't know what these are. Maybe you do. Fancy Girls Design Studio is a web design company, and they're rated at 61 here. So that's really actually not that bad. You want to be on anything that is 60 or above in terms of this domain rating. Now, this domain rating shows the strength of a domain's backlink profile compared to the others in the database. Now, as you can see, this is a scale of 0 to 100. And as you can see, these ones up here are all rated well. And the reason is because they have a lot of backlinks to them. Now, they have 77,000 backlinks. This one has 84,000 domains. This one, 35,000 domains. So you can see these are fairly trusted sites. And so being on those sites, of course, is better than being on a site from way down here, which is Shania's Escort Service. They lost that one, but that's probably all for the better. LewisFeedsDC.com. I have no idea what that is, but only 6 people have ever gone there. So it's not all that important. StraightLineSpokane.com, also not that important, but maybe useful to you because it is local. And so other local things are not going to be 60 and above, but you still want them. Now, here's the final thing I want to show you is your traffic last month was 1, and that's up 1 from the month before where you had 0 apparently. So this means that's how many visitors you had to your site based upon a Google search. Now, here's what 509 had. They had 69. That is down 6 actually from the month before. But 69 means they had 69 times more opportunity to have one of the visitors to their site become a paying customer, to become a client. I don't know what the percentage is. Obviously, not all 69 visitors to the site are going to become paying customers. And there are other things that you guys do. You have, advertisements on billboards or in newspapers or whatever other way you do that. So, this isn't the only way to get customers, but having a resource that gives somebody else 69 times more opportunity to get a customer from it is not in your best interest. Now, I have given you 3 things that you can do to your website right away. And since it looks like somebody there is actually working on the website, these are things you could implement today if you wanted. 1, the Google Business Profile. 2, you need to have more and better keywords and more and better backlinks. Now, backlinks are gained by just filling out profiles often. So that's not hard to do. It is time consuming. And that is why I would think that if you talk to Eric, he can help you make these changes in your website with the goal of getting more customers. So Eric will be following up with you to get feedback about what I've discussed in this video. And Jamie, I want to thank you for your time. Have a great rest of your day.